Let's get started at the top of the mat. Step your feet about a hip's distance, feet pointing forward, soft bend in the knees. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Lean your hips forward with bent knees. Exhale, bring your hands back to the heart. Again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's just do that 2 more times. Inhale, let your glutes kick in, but keep the knees bent. Last time, inhale, and this time, really bend your knees and drop it down into a standing forward bend. Now, in your forward bend, just play with bending and straightening your legs a few times. As you lean into the balls of the feet, play with stretching your lower back and your hamstrings. Release the shoulders, shake out the head, let your body drape forward. And then when you're ready, with bent knees, roll yourself up 1 vertebrae at a time. Let your hips lean forward again. Open the front of your body. Arms come up overhead and exhale, hands to prayer. Let's go back up again. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, fall into standing forward bend. Walk your dog in forward bend. So as you bend one leg, sit into the straight leg. If you need to, feel free to come up onto blocks or come up onto a chair. And so keep the spine long and just notice if one leg is a little bit tighter than the other as you stretch through the hamstrings. Now deep bend in the knees, launch your right leg back. You may need to scooch it back a little bit farther. Drop the back knee, uncurl the toes. Roll yourself away from the floor. Arms come up overhead. Now pushing through the top of the back foot, square the hips, keeping the belly strong. Focus on lunging in the hip, not in the abdomen. And reach your arms up as much as you can. Pull the arms back as you drop the shoulders down. Push into the front foot. Let's hold it 3, hold it 2, hold it 1. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer. And now twist towards me. So right arm tucks back, left arm comes to the inside of the leg, and rotate your spine open. Finally challenging the head, neck, and eyes. Don't slack as you work towards the top of the spine. So nice, calm breathing. Keeping your lower body steady. Unwind, arms come back up, reach 1 more time. And then hands come down to the floor. Curl the back toes under, lift the hips high enough. You may need to be up on your blocks. Step back into a plank position. Fingertips are nice and wide. Notice how each leg feels a little bit different. You can always be on the knees, but try not to have your booty back. Think about sinking the tailbone and pressing the front hip bones up and in towards the back body. It's really going to help supercharge your core and zip the legs together. Keep breathing. Now drop your left knee to the floor. Line up your left wrist, left toes, left knee, left arch, and roll it into a variation of side plank. Challenge the rotation of the rib cage and drop the tail between the legs. Now I'm either looking up, chin is at my shoulder, or I'm looking down, chin is at my shoulder. Either way, it's a full rotation in the neck. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, launch the top leg up off the floor. Now you should feel more of your lateral hip muscles than your groin, so pull the top heel back just a little bit more. Keep breathing. Drop the leg, drop the top arm, come back into plank. Pause 3, pause 2, pause 1. Drop the knees to the floor. Slowly sit back. Now as you sit back, do not move the hands. Try to traction the back, wiggle your hips, release the tight, sticky sit bones. Stay with your breathing. Now come up with a rounded spine. Deep breath in. Exhale, round your back as you rise. bend your elbows and roll into a cobra. So no locked elbows, drop, drop, drop. You can drop all the way down if you want, just kind of a different transition. But as you drop the shoulders, pull the elbows in and pull the hands back. That's really what's going to trigger tricep and back body. So think about slithering forward between your hands as you press down through the tops of the feet. Keep breathing. And then exhale, roll yourself down, curl the toes under. Let's use the knees for help. Press up, and now back into downward facing dog. Spread the fingertips even more widely, bend your knees, and let's walk our dog again. So you're alternating, lifting one heel and then pressing the opposite down. Now when you press the heel down, try lifting the toes. So see if we can trigger just a little bit more of a glute stretch as you press up. Nothing is locked out here. Everything is fluid. Now from your down dog, drop to the knees and step forward with your right foot. So just a little bit of an easier transition. If you're comfortable with yoga, feel free to do what's most comfortable. All right, here we go. Square the hips. Back foot is straight behind you. Check that if you have tighter hips. Now as you lunge, it's not about how deep you can go. Try to keep that stretch in the hip. Inhale, arms reach up and pull back. Keep the shoulders square. Keep your body lengthening like you're trying to pull out of your pelvis. Calm breathing. Now exhale, hands to prayer. I'm going to rotate away from you. So right arm down the inside of the right leg. Turn your body open. Tuck your opposite arm. So I'm turning from the belly. I'm turning from the rib cage. I'm pressing the knee open as you turn from the shoulders, head, neck, and eyes. Now unwind, stay steady, arms reach back up one last time. Really think about lengthening here, nice and steady. Exhale, hands to the floor, back into plank, curl the toes under. Lift your hips high enough. If you need to be on blocks, feel free to do that. It's going to give you more space to step that foot and step it back into plank. So my wrists are under my shoulders with the folds of the elbows rotating forward. Now watch your hypermobile. If you're hypermobile, watch the elbows. Zip the legs together. Hip bones tip up. Knees can always be down, but no hunching. Broaden the back. Widen the shoulder blades. Lengthen and press through the heels and simultaneously press through the crown. You should feel a little bit of a quiver, then you know you're kicking in those lower core muscles. Let's stay here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now right knee drops down. So it's wrist, knee, heel, toes and arch. Drop your tail, so a little bit of a glute contraction, and open your hips. Turn from the ribs, turn from the shoulders, and bring the top arm up, pressing into the bottom knuckles. So try not just to ride the heel of the hand. Now I can stay here, or see if you can lift, the top leg. Pull back on the top heel just a hair, just to ensure that we're using those lateral hip muscles appropriately. It's okay to feel a little unstable. It means that you're challenging your muscles of balance. That is the whole point. Now exhale, arm and leg drop down, plank, pause at 3. Give it all you got, pause at 2. Pause at 1, knees drop down, keep your hands planted, wiggle your hips back. Don't just expect your body to automatically go where it's supposed to. Now deep inflating breath. Inhale, come up with a rounded spine. Now deeply bend the elbows, set your pelvis down, roll your chest forward and roll your head on top. Again, it's okay if you have to lower down. do not lock out the elbows and do not sit in the shoulders. Pull back and drop the shoulders down. Now press through the tops of the feet, tone through the legs. Let's go 4, 3, you should feel your back muscles kick in, 2, 1, curl the toes under, come right up through here. Downward dog, walk out your dog one last time. Wiggle your hips, turn your hips side to side. So twist the feet, sink the hips, feels so good on the back, feels so good on the sides of the waist. Keep pressing through your arms. So we want to keep the shoulders behind the wrists. I love that stretch. Reverse it and walk your hands towards your feet. Standing forward bend. Shake out the head, shake out the shoulders. Roll yourself up. Arms come up overhead. Hands come to prayer. Let's just do that one more time. Inhale and exhale. Last time, inhale and exhale. All right, back up to the top of the mat again. So at the top of the mat, knees nice and soft. Inhale, roll it up. Exhale, deep bend in the knees, roll it down. Bend the knees again, launch the right leg back. Remember, you can be up on your blocks. Otherwise, I'm just on my fingertips. This is also a good balance challenge. Launch the leg back. Back knee drops to the toes, or drops to the floor, unroll the toes. Roll it up. Here we are again in deep lunge. Pad the knee as you need to. Breathe. Exhale, hands to prayer, turn towards me. So left arm down the inside, tuck the right arm and rotate. Here I'm not pressing into the front leg. Here I am. Big difference. I want you to press. Hold it 3, 2, 1. Now drop the front hand to the floor or to a block. So the only difference is I have long arms, so the block doesn't help me that much. And so as you turn open, now you're in a lateral angle variation. Bring the top arm to the sky. Lean your shoulder back, not just the top of the hand. Hold it 2, 1, drop the arm down. Now I'm going to stay on the inside of the front leg. Roll the toes under, lift the knee. Now you should be able to swing that leg back a little bit easier. From your plank, right into down dog. While in your down dog, let's twist the hips again. Turn the feet one direction, push through your arms, and sink your hips as much as you can. Then twist, and do the same thing on the opposite side. Twist, 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 and then back to center. Knees to the floor. Step your right leg forward. Deep lunge, roll it off the mat. Arms come up overhead. There's that nice groin stretch again. All that sitting, we really need it. Lean back. Hands to prayer. Exhale, you're breathing. Right arm down the inside of the right leg. Open it up, rotate. Try to look over the shoulder. Your body's only going to let you go as far as you can. So there is no, I have to get to that place or else. Now front arm drops down, floor or block. Lean your shoulder into your knee and roll it open. If I'm looking up, glue the chin to the shoulder. Make no gap in the front of the neck. Exhale, drop the arm down. Back toes curl under, lift the knee. Here we go, hips come up higher, higher, higher. Swing the leg back, plank, hold it 3, 2, nice long line. 1, down dog, one more time. If your shoulders are tired, you have devotional. You have anahata, heart stretch. Bring your hips up, chin down. Bend the knees. Walk your dog. Get that length going. And then hands walk back to the feet, standing forward bend. Feel your feet grounded, toes wide, connected. Bend your knees and roll yourself up. Hips come forward. Here's again that openness. We're doing this all day. We want to go forward. Lean your body back. Exhale, hands to prayer. Whew, come to the center of your mat. Roll your shoulders. Let's just do that one more time. Really exaggerate it. All right, one more. Might as well do 3, right? Roll, roll, roll. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands to prayer. And take one step forward into a bend.